You're standing in front of the boardroom. Your entire career depends on the next 10 minutes. Your heart pounds. Your mind races with 1,000 thoughts. What if I fail? What if they reject my proposal? What should I say first? But in 17th century Japan, a swordsman named Miyamoto Musashi faced something far more terrifying. 60 times he stepped into duels where one mistake meant instant death. No second chances. No room for doubt. Yet he never lost. Not once. His secret wasn't strength or speed. It was a mental state he called the void, a technique that turned his mind into his greatest weapon. And you're about to learn exactly how he did it, because this ancient method works just as powerfully today. Whether you're facing a business meeting, a difficult conversation, or life's hardest decisions. Welcome to Japanese Secrets, where ancient samurai wisdom meets modern life. Before we begin, comment below which city you're watching from and what you think about this video. Now, Musashi didn't develop this technique overnight. It took him years of brutal experience and one moment of clarity in a cave to understand what truly separates masters from everyone else. The year is 1643. Musashi sits alone in Rigondo Cave, writing his final masterpiece, the Book of Five Rings. He's 60 years old. Behind him lie 6 decades of battles, 60 undefeated duels, and countless moments where death stood one breath away. And here, in this isolated cave, he writes about the principle that saved his life again and again. The void. Not emptiness in the way we think of it today. Not just meditation or calmness. The void is something far more powerful. It's the state of mind where thought doesn't control you, where fear doesn't paralyze you, where your body moves before your mind can interfere. Musashi discovered this principle during his most famous duel against Sasaki Kojiro on Ganryu Island. Before the fight, everyone expected Musashi to arrive early, prepared, focused. Instead, he showed up hours late, carved a wooden sword from a boat oar, and walked onto the beach completely calm. Kojiro was furious, his mind flooded with anger and frustration. But Musashi's mind empty. Not because he didn't care, but because he understood that in combat, the warrior who thinks loses to the warrior who acts. When Kojiro attacked with his legendary long sword, Musashi moved without hesitation. One strike, one moment, victory. Not because Musashi was faster, but because while Kojiro's mind calculated and worried, Musashi's mind was the void. So how did Musashi train this empty mind? Not through meditation alone, though he practiced that too. He trained by putting himself in situations where thinking would get him killed. Every duel forced him to move beyond thought. Every battle demanded he act from instinct rather than analysis. But here's what most people miss. The void isn't about having no thoughts. It's about not being controlled by them. Musashi explains it in the Book of Five Rings. In the void is virtue and no evil. Wisdom has existence. Principle has existence, the way has existence, mind is nothing. He's telling us that when we empty our minds of fear, doubt, and overthinking, what remains is pure capability, your training, your experience, your true skill. Think about the last time you performed at your absolute best. Maybe in sports, maybe in a presentation, maybe in a crisis. What was your mind doing? Probably nothing. You weren't thinking step by step. You were flowing. That's the void. Musashi also practiced what he called everyday mind. He treated ordinary moments with the same empty awareness as life or death duels. Drinking tea, walking through forests, writing poetry, all became training for the void. Because the technique isn't something you turn on and off, it's a way of living where your mind observes but doesn't control, sees but doesn't judge, prepares but doesn't panic. Now here's how you apply this today. First, recognize when your mind is full versus empty. Full mind, racing thoughts, planning every word, worrying about outcomes, rehearsing scenarios. Empty mind, present, aware, responsive, trusting your preparation. Before important moments, instead of filling your mind with more thoughts, practice emptying it. Take 3 deep breaths, not to relax, to reset, to return to the void. Second, train the void in low-stakes situations. Next time you're in conversation, practice responding without planning your next sentence. Listen fully. Let words come naturally. You'll notice something remarkable. You're more articulate, not less, more present, not less prepared. Third, create a daily ritual like Musashi did. 5 minutes each morning sitting in silence, not forcing thoughts away, simply observing them pass like clouds. This trains your mind to separate awareness from thought. You become the sky, not the clouds. And finally, understand that the void isn't weakness or passivity. It's the opposite. An empty cup can be filled. An empty mind can respond to anything. Musashi used this to defeat opponents with longer swords, more experience, even multiple attackers at once. Because while they calculated, he acted. While they worried about technique, his body already knew what to do. Miyamoto Musashi died at age 62 in that cave, having never lost a single duel. His final words in the Book of Five Rings were about the void. The principle he believed was the ultimate truth of strategy and life. He wrote it knowing that most warriors would read it and not understand, because the void cannot be explained fully, only experienced. But you now know the path. Empty your mind before important moments. Train presence in ordinary situations. Trust your preparation instead of drowning in thoughts. And remember, in the space between thinking and acting, that's where mastery lives. That's where Musashi lived. For 60 years, that's where you can live to. Comment below which principle from today's video you'll apply first. And if you want more authentic samurai wisdom for modern life, subscribe to Japanese Secrets. The ancient warriors have more to teach us,